together? Stay awake, for you do not know when the Son of Man will come.
My dear sisters and brothers, the Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
When Jesus looked up, he saw some wealthy people putting their offerings into the treasury, and he noticed a poor widow putting in 2 small coins. He said, "I tell you truly, this poor widow put in more than all the rest, for those others have all made offerings from their surplus wealth, but she from her poverty has offered her whole livelihood." My dear friends, the Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Please be seated for a while. Again, my dear friends, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Father.
What do you usually notice first in a person? Ano ba yung una mong napapansin sa isang tao? I think most of us would notice the appearance of the person or the status of the person. I remember before I had a pilgrimage and one of my friends joined the pilgrimage, and I noticed that every day she was wearing beautiful clothes. Talagang yung OOTD. Ang ganda-ganda talaga. Talagang pinaghandaan niya talaga yung kanyang kasuotan. And one day, I told her, "Alam mo, napansin ko, ang ganda ng iyong suot araw-araw." And then she gave a comment. Ang sabi niya sa akin, "Father, mahirap na para hindi ako maliitin ng aking kapwa. Mahirap na para hindi ako maliitin ng aking kapwa. So that people won't look down on me. So that people won't look down at me." Siguro minsan, meron tayong ganoong tendency na kapag yung isang tao is not really that presentable or hindi maganda yung kanyang status in our society, meron tayong tendency to look down on those people. Pero when we look at our gospel, Jesus was in the temple treasury. We could imagine that there were many people who admired the wealthy people who were giving a lot of money in the temple treasury. Siguro nung panahong yun ang kanilang hinahangaan. They easily noticed these wealthy people giving offerings in the treasury. But in our gospel, Jesus noticed someone that was unnoticeable during his time, the poor widow. The poor widow. And yet here in our gospel, Jesus is inviting us to look at the poor widow and at the same time learn from her on how to give. Very ironic. Let us look at the poor widow and learn from her on how we should give. The word give has 4 letters, and these 4 things we could see in the widow herself. First is letter G, generosity. The widow was very generous even if she was very poor. I think sometimes we think, or we might think, that we are already generous until the time comes that we see someone who is more generous than us. What do I mean by this? What is true generosity? True generosity does not depend on what we simply would want to give. Because here in our gospel, these wealthy people, they were giving from their surplus. But the poor widow was able to give not simply what she wants to give, but what she can give. Ano yung kanyang kayang ibigay, hindi lamang ano yung kanyang gustong ibigay. Ito yung magandang paalaala yan sa atin. Sometimes we may think that we are already generous because we are thinking what we want to give to someone who is in need. But look at the poor widow in our gospel. I think if she has more money, if she has more wealth, definitely she would still give everything sa temple treasury because that is a reflection of the goodness of her heart. Yan ang unang letter in the word give, G, goodness. True generosity is not based on what we want to give, but what we can give. Kasi baka may mga pakakataon kaya naman, pero ating tinitipid yung ating kapwa. Kaya namang magbigay, kaya namang tumulong. Pero at times we are thinking more of ourselves rather on the needs of other people. Alam po nyo, the other day I was watching YouTube. Sa YouTube na yun, merong mga tips ang ibinigay, lalo na ngayong panahon daw ng Christmas season. Ano ang sabi doon sa YouTube? Naging trend for the past years, yung gifting oneself, yung pagbibigay ng regalo sa ating mga sarili. Ang sabi doon sa YouTube, sa panahon natin, parang mas malaki pa yung ginagastos mo na regalo para sa iyong sarili, kaysa yung ibinibigay mo para sa iyong kapwa. Kaya kapag dumating yung January, talagang kaliwat kanan yung iyong mga utang. Di ko yun ang unang mahalaga. Letter G, yung generosity. True generosity is not only giving what we can or what we like, but giving what we can. Ano ba talaga yung kaya natin? Yung babaeng balo, yun ang talagang kaya niya. Dahil siya ay talagang walang-wala sa buhay. But second, when we look at our gospel, we see yung letter I, yung mismong initiative ng poor widow to give. No one was forcing her to give. In fact, during the time of Jesus, if you are poor and if you are a widow, you are exempted from all these things because the temple will take care of you. Kaya nga merong certain portion sa temple, yung offerings would go to the poor and to the widow. But here in our gospel, no one was forcing her, no one was telling her to give, but still she did. Nagbigay pa rin siya because that is her initiative. Nagkusa mismo yung babaeng balo na magbigay. That is a reflection of the goodness of her heart, yung kanyang initiative to give. Why? Because she knows that the temple also has needs. Kaya nga siya mismo, hindi na kinakailangan sabihan, hindi na kinakailangan hingan, kung hindi siya mismo ay nagkukusa. Alam po nyo, I am now assigned in Comembo. Before it was Makati, now it's Taguig. I would never forget that before yung mga assignment ko po doon, yung early part ng aking assignment, merong isang parishioner, an old woman, who would go to the church and would always give me something to eat. Talagang nagbibigay siya ng pagkain. Pero little lang naman, little amount of food. Minsan nagbibigay siya ng hard-boiled egg, 2 piraso, or kaya minsan biscuit, no? Very simple biscuit. Minsan 1 piece ng siopaw. And then she would give it to me, na nakangiti pa. Pero I will never forget, after few months before the Mass, she sat next to me. Ang sabi niya sa akin, Father, tanungin po kita, yung po bang binibigay ko sa iyo ay nagugustuhan mo? Yung po bang binibigay ko sa inyo ay kinakain nyo? Sabi ko, syempre po nanay, no? Nagugustuhan ko po yun at saka kinakain ko po yun. Ang sabi ko, tingnan mo nga, tumataba na nga ako, kakabigay po ninyo ng merienda. And then ang sabi niya sa akin, bakit Father? Sabi ko, gustong-gusto ko po talaga yung binibigay nyo. Ang sabi niya, Father, kasi po merong ibang mga parokyano, kapag lumalapit ako, nagibigay po ako ng pagkain sa inyo, ang comment nila, bakit ikaw ay sumisip-sip kay Father? Nagpapakalakas ka kay Father. Ang sabi ko, Nanay, don't mind them. Ang mahalaga ay nagbibigay ka. Ang mahalaga ay yung binibigay mo ay kinakain ko. Yun ang pinakamahalaga. Tingnan ang pangalawang paalaala sa atin. Some people could criticize even the widow for giving 2 small coins. Pero yung kanyang pagbibigay is a sign of her generosity. Yung kanyang pagbibigay was her own initiative in giving. No one was forcing her, but she's happy to give. Pero yung third letter in the word give is V, vulnerability. Vulnerability. I think kung mayroong group of people na very vulnerable, especially sa Jewish culture, ito yung mga widows. Because women were not allowed to work. Hindi pwedeng magtrabaho yung mga babae sa mga Hudyo. Only men. Only yung husbands. Kaya being widow, she's very dependent. Hindi siguro kung siya'y merong anak na lalaki, swerte. Pero kapag wala, she's only dependent on what other people would give her, on the help coming from others. She's very vulnerable. Pero kahit very vulnerable, itong poor widow na ito, she gave her 2 small coins in the treasury. Siguro yan ang ating fear sometimes. Yung ating fear to be vulnerable in front of other people. Why? Because we had been trained to be independent. We had been trained to become self-sufficient. We had been trained to secure even our future. Kaya nga sometimes, meron tayong second thoughts if we would give. Why? Because we are thinking, paano kapag ako naman ang mawalan? Paano kapag ako naman ang mga ilangan? Baka walang tutulong sa akin. I remember before I had a conversation with this young man. Ang sabi niya sa akin, Father, I think you know my mom. Palagi po siya nagsisimba every day doon sa isang chapel na minimisahan mo. Ang sabi ko, yes, no, kilala ko yung nanay mo. No? I recognize her sa daily masses. And then ang sabi niya sa akin, Father, patay na po siya. Wala na po siya during po the time of COVID. And then ang sabi niya sa akin, smiling at me, Father, nabigyan ka rin ba ng mommy ng expired na pagkain? No, yun ang sabi niya. Sabi ko sa kanya, honestly, nagbigay si mommy mo ng chocolates, pero hindi namang expired yung chocolate. Ang sabi niya sa akin, Father, that's good. Kasi po minsan, hindi niya chine-check yung expiration date, binibigay lamang niya sa mga tao. Siguro magandang paalaala yan sa atin. Check your pantry. Check your closet. Check your cabinet. Kasi baka marami doon, halos expired na, pero we don't want to give them away. Why? Because we are keeping them for our future. Baka ako yung mga ilangan. Pangatlong letter in the word give is V, vulnerability. Let us not be afraid to be vulnerable in front not only of God, but in front also of other people. Kasi lahat naman talaga tayo may mga pangangailangan. And time would come that we will also realize that we need help coming from our own family, even from our friends. Hindi masama yung humihingi ng tulong, lalo na kapag talagang tayo ay nangangailangan. Third is vulnerability. The widow was very vulnerable, and she was not afraid to give even her 2 coins so that God would show also the goodness of her heart. Pero pang-apat at panghuling letter in the word give is E, yung entrustment, yung pagtitiwala. Because at the end of our gospel, Jesus said, from her poverty has offered her whole livelihood. Ibig sabihin, her 2 small coins was not simply her wealth. That is her livelihood. That is all she has. Pero the moment that she gave her livelihood to God, as if she was telling God, Lord, I am entrusting everything to you. Now you have everything that I have. Now take care of me. Take care of all my needs. Di ko yan ang pang-apat na paalaala sa atin. We all have our plans. Lahat tayo meron tayong mga plano sa ating buhay. But at the end of the day, we entrust everything to God. Kasi hindi naman magpapabaya ang Panginoon sa atin eh. Baka lang tayo ang laging natatakot at kinakabahan, kaya tayo ang ayaw tumulong sa ating pamilya o sa ating kapwa. Let me end our reflection with words coming from St. Francis de Sales. He said, do not fear what may happen tomorrow. The same loving Father who cares for you today will take care of you tomorrow and every day. Either He will shield you from suffering, or He will give you unfailing strength to bear it. Be at peace then, and put aside anxious thoughts and imaginings. The last part, I think, is very important. Be at peace then, and put aside anxious thoughts and imaginings. Mga kapatid, kahanga-hanga yung poor widow in our gospel. In her poverty, she was able to give her all, and she was at peace. Because being at peace doesn't mean that we have everything. Being at peace means we are able to entrust everything to God, who will take care of us. Let us learn from the poor widow in our gospel on how to give. 4 letters in the word give. First is G, generosity. It's simply giving what we want, but giving what we can. Second is I, initiative. Let us not wait for others to ask for our help. Let us take the initiative in helping them whenever we see their needs. Third is V, vulnerability. Let us not be afraid to be vulnerable, not only in front of God, but in front of others. Because all of us are dependent not only on God, but on each other. And last is E, entrustment. Let us entrust everything to God, who owns everything, and who could take care of us. Amen. I think the goal of life is not to impress, but contentment, to be contented. In our gospel, the widow was not there to impress others, but she was very contented with her presence in front of God. Sana tayo din. We are here in this world not to impress, but to be contented being in the presence of God. The Lord